What was the first time you had a sexual encounter with a girl?
Oh, I was 4. That was different. I was 4. It was the older girls that were watching me, and they were like 6 and 7. And so that changed.
Did you say 4 years old?
4 years old.
With 6 and 7-year-old girls?
Yeah. And we did that every day until I was like 13. Had more sex then than I've had in my adult life. So my expectation for interaction was always those things.
I'm still confused. You said 4 years old?
4 years old.
And they were 6 or 7?
6 and 7.
Were they Muslims?
No. This is
because I'm thinking your father with...
Yeah, my father wouldn't have known, but when you're not supervised.
And you guys are just fooling around.
We're just fooling. We played hide and go get. Pants up, pants down. That was my experience. And I'm like, I look at my sons 8 and 9 now. No, 9 and 10 now. And I can't imagine them getting involved in that, but I lost my innocence. It's effectively being molested. But then you have this.
But not grown girls, 6 and 7-year-old girls.
They were 7. They were about 2 years older than me and my brother.
How long did that last?
Up until we were like 13. But all the kids in the neighborhood was doing that.
Oh, this is a neighborhood thing. You guys are just hanging out playing and you're doing this.
And we played hide and go get.
What neighborhood was this?
This is in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow. Wow.
It gave me an skewed view of interaction. I kept thinking that, everybody was promiscuous like that. So by the time I get 16, 17, I've done enough to where I'm starting, now the spiritual side of me is starting to show up, but then I slipped back into it at 25.
I've talked to a lot of different people. No one's ever told me they had more sex between 4 to 13 than you're saying any other.
Than I've had in my entire adult life.
Stop.
Because there's no orgasm, until you're about 12, 13. So
and when you're saying sex, you're saying intercourse.
Yeah, we had intercourse. I was having intercourse at 4.
How many girls would you say from 4 to 13?
Oh, at least 100. At least 100.
From 4 to 13, at least 100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.